Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for the second annual Johns Hopkins Transverse Myelitis Clinical Care Symposium. We are so excited to have you here. I am proud to report that in what was supposed to be a regional symposium, we have people here not only from across the country, from states including Florida, Ohio, Indiana, Utah, and Nevada, but even from other countries, including Canada, and just to beat everybody out, from Australia. I'm Maureen Mealy, the program manager for the TM Center, and yes, I'm the one who took all of your RSVPs, harassed you all, and I thank you for your cooperation as I checked and rechecked your intention to come. This symposium generated a ton of interest. We actually had nearly 200 people who wanted to come, but as you look around, you can see that we could not accommodate 200 people in this room. So I'm grateful to all of you who, for your patience. We actually got to accommodate about 45 people off the wait list because of cancellations. So you may be one of 45 people who had the opportunity to come to this event who otherwise wouldn't have been able to come because of my harassment. So thank you for that. And again, welcome. My notes aren't there. That's crazy. So I wanted to take a minute to talk to you about our center, brag a little bit. We had some research recently presented at the American Academy of Neurology, and it exemplifies what our center has been doing. So for many of you, you know that the center was founded in 1999. It was conceptualized by Doug Kerr, Carlos Pardo, and David Arani, and was led at that time by Doug Kerr. It has since been taken over by Carlos Pardo. And we've done a lot to try and expand the center in several different ways. Transverse myelitis, as most of you know, is inflammation in the spinal cord. But we've done a lot to find out that there's a lot more to myelopathy, and Dr. Pardo will talk on this quite a lot, than just myelitis. Not everyone has inflammation in the spinal cord. Some people have other causes, and that's what we presented in just this past April in Philadelphia. This shows 591 patients, some of you, in the first 3 years since Dr. Pardo took over the center, and 2/3 of them had myelitis, causes of inflammation, including idiopathic transverse myelitis or neuromyelitis optica, which a lot of you in this room had. But another third had other causes, such as vascular problems, which I know of other people in this room who had, or metabolic problems, such as vitamin deficiencies. And so our center has really done a lot to try and work on diagnosing patients properly so that they're managed effectively. Not just getting steroids, but really parsing out what they really need to be, how they need to be treated. And that really takes a team effort. Another way our center aims to be comprehensive in our approach to assessment is to try to anticipate the team's needs in the diagnosis and find the best fitting neuroimmunologist within the TM Center, as well as whether they may need services provided by physiatry, urology, psychiatry, neurosurgery, radiology, and so on. And we're so fortunate to have colleagues who work with our center, some of whom are here today to address these needs. In the end, though, we're so lucky to have the core team of the Johns Hopkins TM Center who continue to make this program a success. The neuroimmunologists, Dr. Becker, Newsom, Ratchford, Venkatesan, Calabrese, MacArthur, Mowry, and Dr. Levy, who established the neuromyelitis optica program within the TM Center in 2009. And of course, let us not forget our fearless leader. Dr. Carlos Pardo. Because of this team, we saw about 300 new patients last year referred for the working diagnosis of TM or NMO. And these are the states they came from. We're well represented across the US. Also, we see people internationally as well. Another service that we provide, given that TM and NMO are rare diagnoses, is that free of charge, we provide to practitioners across the country free advice for patient management. This map represents the states that received this service. So I've talked about the successes and goals of our center and who contributes to these accomplishments, but I want to take a minute to talk about who contributed to what I anticipate to be success of this symposium. Needless to say, the faculty who are here from Johns Hopkins, Kennedy Krieger, and the International Neurorehabilitation Institute, who are taking time away from their families on a weekend, are invaluable to the success of this symposium. Carlos Pardo, Adam Kaplan, Daniel Becker, Kathy Zakowski, Michael Levy, Scott Newsom, Sam Mayer, Janet Dean, Meredith Badai. We are grateful for your contribution. Thank you all so much. But I would be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to acknowledge the planning committee for this event. That would be Dr. Pardo, Dr. Levy, Dr. Becker, and Wendy Staten. She really loves public attention, so I like to give it to her. And thank you to our volunteers. Leading up to this symposium, Kennedy Krieger Institute, the staff from there helped me instrumentally in getting the folders together, all the different details. And Kennedy Krieger and Dr. Pardo's lab are here again, helping me with registration and getting everybody seated and just all the little details. So thanks to all of them. It's really a team effort here at the TM Center. But in the end, none of this can happen without funding. It has been a very important goal of Dr. Pardo's to not charge for this event, and that's very unique. We are grateful to the contributions from Alexion Pharmaceuticals, who provided us with an unrestricted educational grant, and to the Bart McLean Neuroimmunology Fund via Johns Hopkins Project Restore, without whom this event could not have happened. Project Restore is a collaborative effort of the MS and TM centers to fund research and clinical endeavors of our neuroimmunology group here at Hopkins. You'll hear later about Dr. Levy's stem cell research. This is just one example of a project that is funded in part by contributions by people like you through Project Restore. The infrastructure of the TM Center itself is supported by donations through Project Restore, and any type of expansion to programs such as this one here today would come as a result of donations to the TM Center through Project Restore. And last but not least, I want for you all to really look at these resources. They're invaluable to you, the patient. Write them down. I also want for you to take the opportunity today. For many of you, this is the first time you will ever meet another patient or caregiver with TM or NMO. This is your opportunity to talk with others, to chat at lunch, or to exchange emails with other patients in a way that only 1 in a million other people can relate. I encourage you to take this opportunity. I want to acknowledge you and just thank you all for being here. And I expect for this to be a very good day for all of you and for all of us. And at this time, I want to introduce Dr. Pardo. our director.